Hey YouTubians, this is JD coming at you today, and I'm going to go on a little rant. I didn't get to watch most of the game. I got to see the highlights of the Redskins versus Detroit game. I'm going to go off on a couple things, and people need to just listen to what I have to say and understand where a Redskin fan is coming from. Okay, RG3. First off, his first year was amazing. Okay, if he would have got injured, we probably would have beaten the Seahawks in the playoffs. We're up 14-0 in the first 5 minutes. Okay, RG3 is an amazing football player. First thing, and I'm an RG3 fan, and I know that prior to RG3 arriving in DC, we had no quarterback. We've been horrible at the quarterback position for the last, let's say, decade. Okay? So that is where I'm coming from as a Redskin fan. So if you're a Redskin fan and you don't like RG3, tough shit. He's the best quarterback we've had in 15 years. It's probably a rough, good estimate. 15 years. Okay? The issue with RG3 is not RG3. Yes, he needs to play a little bit better. But you need to have consistency around you for you to develop consistency as a quarterback. For example, when you drop back 8 times and you're hit 6, that's a problem. Serious problem for any quarterback in the league. If that was Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, they wouldn't be doing any better. They wouldn't. Plain and simple. They would not be doing any better behind that offensive line. Now, granted, Trent Williams wasn't in, so hopefully they fix that shit. Pardon my language, but I'm saying that. They need to fix that stuff. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and state my case as an RG3 fan of why we have to see this through. Okay? First off, give up 3 first-round picks for him. That's the first reason. Okay? Second, after seeing his rookie season of the potential of what he could be, if not even greater than his rookie season, you have to. Yeah, he gets injured. So what? A lot of players get injured. And if there's a position you can probably get injured and still be effective, it's the quarterback position. You're not relied so much on your ability to be mobile. He might be, but for the most part, you're not. He's going to develop into a pretty good passing quarterback. He's got a hell of an arm. He's got to put it all together. Now, you need consistency around him to help that. Plain and simple. And we don't have that right now. We do not protect him. How are you going to go through progressions as any quarterback when you have to run for your life every 5 minutes? Seriously. When you're getting hit in a preseason football game, when no one is scheming. No one is scheming on you. They might just do basic defenses and basic blitz packages. You can't beat a 4-man front and give him time to throw the football. That's a problem. And it's not RG3's fault. I watched all the highlights. He was trying his best to go through his progressions. And he went through his progressions. He finally had a guy open. He went through it, and he got like nailed. Just nailed really hard. Okay? Now, back to his rookie season. RG3's rookie season got us to 10-6. I think it was 10-6. He did 10-6, 11-5. And he did that. Pierre Garçon was out half the season. He didn't have a tight end. Fred Davis was injured that whole season. Defense sucked. I'm pretty sure like Kerrigan was out and Arakpo was out. Our defense sucked that year. It was pretty good against the run, but against the pass it was horrible. Okay? Now, granted, Alfred Morris turns out to be a gem. We got him late in the 6th round, and he's been a gem for us. But you have 2 rookies that are carrying your football team. That's what it is. 2 rookies carrying your football team. And they averaged 30-plus points a game that year. In every game we were in. If we didn't win the game, we lost by 8 or less. In every game except 1. In the Steeler game, we lost by 10, 24-14. And that was the only game we lost by more than a touchdown. By 8 points. So every game we could have won. Okay? And everyone wants to sit there and blame RG3 for how bad we are. Obviously, the team, he's not that bad a player. Whenever he's putting up the numbers he put up his rookie year, and he gets hurt because he has to do everything. He has to run the ball. He has to pass. He has to do everything on the offensive side. Okay? And he gets injured, and Kirk Cousins stepped in a good job. Kirk Cousins is probably the best backup quarterback in the league right now. I will give him that. He is amazing against number 2 players. But if you put him against starters, he is god awful. And I will stand by that statement. Because he's not bad when you throw him in. If you start the game with RG3 and then throw him in, he's not bad. Why? The other team doesn't game plan against him. Kirk Cousins, I feel like he gets easier reads, and here's why. They don't blitz Kirk Cousins the way they blitz RG3. RG3 is mobile, so they put numbers in his face. They put guys right in his face to try to bracket him in and get at him. They don't do it with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins gets the most basic defensive reads I've ever seen any major quarterback in this league get. And you've seen him when he's thrown in the games, is fine. When you have a week to plan against him, not so much. I think he had a week to plan against him. I'm pretty sure Kirk Cousins had 3 interceptions in the first quarter of the game after he got thrown in. Just throwing that out there. So, if anything, Colt McCoy should maybe get the opportunity. But he got injured last year. So, I guess we'll see how that goes. But my main point is, as good as RG3 was, he carried a team with a bad offensive line, bad defense, an injured Pierre Garçon, no Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson wasn't on the team at this point. The only other receiver he really had was Hankerson, who's god awful, thrown out there. Santana Moss. His running back was Alfred Morris. And I like Alfred Morris, but he had a rookie running back. Alfred Morris just turned out to be good. Man, that's luck of the draw. Bad offensive line, bad defense, all that stuff. He had about 30-plus points a game as a rookie for the Redskins to win. He had to do that. And no other rookie in this league has had to do that just to win football games. And he gets injured. If he wouldn't have been injured, I'm curious to see how he'd be right now if he wasn't injured. But he gets injured because when you buy a house, if anyone out there owns a house, what is the first thing you do with that house? You insure that house. You don't go a year and then decide, well, okay, now I'll insure it. You can get fired anytime. Anything bad can happen to your house at any moment. Okay? That's why you get insurance the minute you get it. Same with a car. If you drive off the lot and you get hit by a tractor trailer, guess what? You don't have insurance. You're not insured. You don't get that car fully guaranteed to you. Plain and simple. RG3, you bet the house on him, but then you didn't insure it. You do not protect him on the offensive line. I watched the Texans game last year. He got sacked, I think, 8 times in that game. 8 times. Now, J.J. Watt is very good, but 8 times? Seriously. 8 times. I mean, you can run a screen, you can run a bunch of things to at least slow them down. So maybe it's partially scheming, and maybe it's partial. I'm not saying RG3 is 100% not coachable, or not somehow involved, or doesn't have any kind of reasoning for this, or why this happens. I'm not going to say he's absolved of any kind of responsibility here, but he should not be getting 90% of the blame. It should be 75% of the offense, and I would say maybe 60%. 25% the coaches, and then he gets a 5% option or thing. Because sometimes he needs to get rid of the ball sooner. I'll give you that. But you know what? Sometimes he shouldn't have to get rid of the ball sooner. You gotta let the play develop. You gotta give him at least 3 or 4 seconds to throw the football. Okay? That's all there is to it. Now, I'm gonna say that Gruden needs to get smart. Okay? And the same thing I said last year about Matt Forte and the Mike Tressman or Mark Tressman? Mark Tressman, I think that's his name. Coach of the Bears. They did not handle the ball nearly as much as they needed to. Okay? And they were very predictable on offense. There's no other way to put it. They were one of the most predictable offenses in the league last year. It is what it is. And I think Jay Gruden, and I lobbied for him to be the coach, is making his offense too predictable. That's all there is to it. He needs to run screens, he needs to run bubble screens, wide receiver screens, to get the other team on their heels. That way they're not being able to just pin your ears back and come get them all the time. Now, having a good defense will help with that too. If the defense can't stop anyone, then you're screwed because you have to throw the ball 100 times and then just pin your ears back and get them. Why do you think Seattle is so good? Because if they get up by like 2 touchdowns or 10 points, the other team's got to throw. You can't run on Seattle. It's hard. I mean, you can, I guess, but it's really hard unless you're, Dallas. It's hard to run on them. That's why they're so good. That's why they're so effective. Okay? So, what they do is they get up 10 points, and they pin their ears back and come at you. And that's why they get all their sacks. That's why they get interceptions. And that's why they're the number 1 defense in the league again. And they're going to be the number 1 defense in the league for a long time. No, there's no other way to put that. Okay? You have to get balanced. You have to get the offensive line to work. You have to, feed Alfred Morris the ball. Okay? And then RG3 can actually become a better quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. But you got to get consistency. You have that consistency around him. And don't get me started on the receivers. If Pierre Garçon doesn't drop a damn pass, RG3 has like a 60-yard touchdown bomb. Who cares if you threw it over the wrong shoulder? Catch the freaking football. That's your job. Seriously. Like, your quarterback, his confidence is shaky already because of all the crap thrown at him. And you're just going to drop a wide open touchdown pass? It makes no freaking sense to me. Now, I'm going to comment really quickly on his comments. Or I'm going to give my 2 cents on his comments. His comments about him being the best quarterback in the league. First off, anyone who would sit there and say that he is proclaiming himself the best quarterback in the league is a frickin' retard. Pardon my French, but you are dumb. What do you expect him to say? You ask any quarterback in the league, he's going to say, I think of myself as the best. Because you have to think of yourself as the best. You have to think of yourself as the best and know you're not the best. So you can do your best. You have to say to everyone else, I'm the best. You have to tell your teammates, I'm the best. Have my back. Follow me into battle. And then you have to sit there and in private say, I know I'm not the best. But that's what's going to keep me working hard. That's what's going to keep me getting better. And that's what people don't understand. And I'm tired of the freaking media blowing that crap up. I'm mad about it. I'm frustrated about it. It's been going on since, Monday? Or maybe even Friday of last week or something. I'm sick of it. Let the kid play. I know you're in a large media area. He's in a large media area. But just let him play. Let him play the damn game. Okay? Judge him after the games. Don't judge him now. It's preseason, for God's sakes. And why don't you be as harshly critical of him as you are of the rest of the team and hold them accountable? If for some reason the media and everyone else doesn't want to hold anyone else accountable in that team except for RG3. So that is my 2 cents on that. You can like it, you can hate it. I don't give a crap. What I just said is the truth about RG3. And if you're a Redskin fan, if you don't understand this and you don't believe this, then our franchise is destined to fail. Because if you don't understand this, if you don't really truly understand this, we're screwed. And it frustrates. If you're not a Redskin fan, don't put your 2 cents into this. You don't know how it is to be a Redskin fan. Okay? Dealt with ever since Dan Snyder's bought this team, it's been a freaking train wreck. My whole life, I remember train wreck Redskins. Okay, and I'm 28 years old. And they won a Super Bowl in my lifetime, but I don't remember it. I've seen it. I watched it on tape, but I don't remember it. Okay? So I've dealt with douchebag owner mismanaging this team my whole life. So whenever you have a team that is mismanaged that bad for almost 20 years, then you can come talk to me and we'll have a conversation about what can make your team better. I'm telling you what made us better. We went from nothing, not making the playoffs from 2007, to playoff berth 1 year. The year we had RG3 with all the flaws on that team. Injuries, defensive, offensive line injuries, offensive weapons injuries. And he carried us. Carried us. And now, that whole team, whatever's left from that team, thinks we got RG3 back there. Well, it's okay if we miss our block. It's RG3. He'll run for a touchdown. Okay? Or if you're a wide receiver and you're running a route, you're like, oh, it's okay. I didn't get a step. I didn't get a step on my guy. I'm just going to stop my route. I'm not going to keep trying. And he alluded to that last year. I'm not going to keep trying. It's RG3. He'll find someone else. No, everyone on that team needs to be held accountable. Period. There's no way to put that. You don't hold everyone accountable. You hold no one accountable. That's how it works. I know he's a quarterback, so he's under a little bit more scrutiny. Okay? And he deserves a little bit more scrutiny than everyone else, but not to the degree he's getting. He is not the entire football team. It is a team sport. And the quarterback is probably one of the most important spots, but it is a team sport. And the rest of his team is not held as accountable as he is held accountable. Hold everyone accountable. Hold the coach accountable. Hold the owner accountable, for God's sakes. Thank you. Have a good night.